Hey YouTubers, Travis Michael here. Let you guys know to take a step back in history with me. I came to Sauders Village with my wife, friends, and kids, and look around a little bit here.
Awesome in the back here. At least none of us are wearing red.
It's just like a little museum within itself. You're welcome to come back, take a look at our office, our loading dock, and any questions about our
Train stations, gotta love them.
Austin. That's their telephone. Don't touch it.
No, you wind that and then talk through that, and you hear about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not hard to figure out.
Chickies. Chicken.
Oh, wait, all the tiny spool. That's dope. Oh, baby. Love that. Nothing. What are you doing? Train wrecks. Tied up.
Look, no, Austin, look.
The home.
It's the code.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I don't know. 5. Okay. It goes.
See the phone outside?
Oh, you see the phone?
I've come a long way. So I was talking, I was born in China. My parents were missionaries. I'm not Chinese, I'm Caucasian, but I have more fun with my Chinese language. I speak Mandarin. So anyway, that's not what we're talking about today. This is a well-traveled building. It came from either just north or just south of the Michigan-Ohio line. It was called either the Rose Hill or the Rose School. And it was moved into this area to be used as a school, but for some reason it wasn't. And they took all the desks out, and the stove out, and everything else out, and they used it as a granary. And then after a while it wasn't being used for anything, and it just sat there gradually falling apart. Meanwhile, Erie Souder had begun his village, and he wanted a schoolhouse. They had built the log school, but they wanted a little more modern one. So the Archibald Teachers Association found out about that he was looking for a school, and they knew about this building they had put together. The building was brought here and had a lot of work to be done on it to bring it back to what it was usual. One of the other things that's not quite right about this school is the fact that all the desks are the same size. In the one-room schools, they were not. They were smaller desks, and they would gradually grow until in the far corner it would be the largest desks of all. The reason why they are all the same size is that in the spring and the fall of the school year, they bring groups out here, and it's usually middle graders, and they give them sort of a one-room school experience. But if they had small desks, they wouldn't be able to use the desks, so they left them out. The other thing is the desks got bolted to the floor. Most one-room schools, they were on runners, so that they could be slid from side to side, or they could be slid right out of the building if they wanted to use it for another purpose. On the back wall, we have a 43-star flag. When Idaho became a state, and Erie Souder was born. Did you know that originally they added a stripe every time they added a star? Can you imagine what our flag would look like now?
Yeah.
50 stripes and 50 stars. Well, they got to about 19 stripes and they realized that this was not going to work. So they went back to the original 13 stripes. The colors are flat. Yes, you have a question?
I know why they don't have
Pardon?
living houses. That's why they don't
Yeah. Right. That's that's why we went. But did you know the colors on the flag have a meaning too? Red is for blood, white is for purity, and blue is for loyalty. You'll notice we have the Pledge of Allegiance. This is the way it was originally written. I pledge allegiance to my flag and to the republic for which it stands, one nation indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Actually, I can say the pledge 3 different ways because it's been in 3 different forms since it was originally written. In 1923, they changed my flag to the flag of the United States of America because immigrants that were coming into the country were confused by exactly what was meant by my flag. Was it the flag that they had been born under, or was it this new flag? In 1954, they added under God. At that time, we were fighting a Cold War against godless communism, so we were going to be godly, and we added under God to the pledge.
Meeting what? What? Sissy! That's good. Thumb's coming.
Sissy, come here.
Horse building and a spruce building. A horse building turning the truck and all that. And then works it to the outside. The shape here separates the field from the hull.
It all falls down there and there.
That's right here is what we're doing. We're grinding corn into cornmeal. Now the shaker separates what we're getting is this cornmeal down here.
Whoa.
That's our cornmeal. Now this hull,
Don't it?
we take that back over to the farmhouse and the barn and feed that back to them. There's a stack right over here like this. Put that right in the stack and we feed that back to the animal. Right there. That one's back over
What's
there.
this type of dog soup stuff?
Yeah, what chicken, duck, geese, rabbit,
What
goat.
about fish? Fish out there? What's the fish eat out there?
What do the fish eat?
Yeah.
Well, they eat probably some of that stuff. Why, do you think so?
No.
You want to try it?
No. Try to feed them? Try to feed them?
Well, you'd have to go outside and do it, but you would get to fall in the water.
Oh, that's
See ya. You may. She'll be asleep before long.
When the Lauber family came here from over in Europe, they made a stop in Marshallville, which is in Wayne County, Ohio, and the land was a little expensive there. It was about $1 an acre. So they and 4 other families came to this area of Northwest Ohio, which was swampland, so that meant it was going to be cheaper. So do you guys have a guess as to how much they paid per acre for the land? Yes, sir.
3 pennies.
Close. Add a dime.
13 cents?
13 cents. 13 cents an acre is what they paid about for the land. And they purchased 800 acres in all. And so at 13 cents an acre, and they started their settlement in late August. So between late August and December, they had 5 cabins to build because they had 5 families that came. So how many of you think they were able to do that? You think so? Yeah? You're right, they were able to do that. They got 5 cabins up. Each family had basic shelter by the time winter weather arrived. Now, since it was the first cabin built, and this is not the original Lauber cabin, this is a replica, and the original one was a little bit smaller than this one here. 20 by 24 were the original dimensions, so this replica is a little bit bigger. But since it was the first one built, members from the 5 families stayed in the Lauber cabin together for a period of time. So there were about 28 people staying in a cabin a little bit smaller than this one for a period of time. Now, I'm sure that they didn't spend a whole lot of time in here because they had other things that they needed to be getting done, like building other cabins. But it only took 2 days for 8 men to build the original Lauber cabin. But their logs wouldn't have been so hewn. They probably would have had some more bark on them because that would have taken a little too much time to do that. But when they got the other cabins built, then the families would move out into their cabins when they were ready. But you guys are right. You're on the bed that the children would have slept on, and there were 4 children and 2 adults, Christian and his wife, to the Lauber family, and the children would have slept on a bed like that one. What do you think? Comfy or no?
A little bit. I like
A little
my
bit?
bed better.
You like your bed better? I don't blame you. I don't blame you. You probably don't sleep on straw in your. But the top layer is actually feathers. So you may have a feather pillow or whatnot at home. But that top layer would have been like geese feathers, and then the bottom layer would have been like straw. And then Mom and Dad would have slept in a bed like that one. Where do you think they would have bathed? Any guesses? There's a bathtub on the wall there. They actually, this first one here, they would have bathed in that first one and something like that. And also washed clothes in that first one as well with the washboard. The last bowl would have been the meat bowl. They would have carved that out of one piece of wood. The trees were huge. When the first settlers in an area, you basically have the option to do with the trees what you want. Like these tables here were cut from single trees as well. So the trees were very long.
Alright, YouTubers, that was your tour of Sauders Woodwork, or Sauders Village, and hope you enjoy it. And look forward to seeing you guys later.